What's going on? What's going on? All right, all right, all right. Y'all know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. How y'all feeling today? It is a Sunday, and it was pretty nice outside today, honestly, man. This is pretty chill, laid back weekend. Weather wasn't doing a whole bunch of weird stuff, bunch of crazy crap in the news. This week was wild, but it's to be expected, man. It's to be expected. We already know what's going on. We talk about this weekly. What we got in the chat? What up, King Enot? Okay, that's what it is then. King Enot. What's up, bro? How you been, man? What up, Kyle? How you doing? Good to see you here. Dan, good to have you here, bro. It is a Memorial Day weekend, so we're gonna keep it kind of light today. Ain't gonna be a long show today, but I wanted to jump on here and touch bases with you guys and chop it up with everybody. I'm probably gonna do the format a little bit different. I'm probably gonna just do a little bit of encounters online, and then go ahead. You said that's why not? Okay, got you. I thought that was E not. Why not? Got you. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, so yeah, we'll probably do that, and then I'll drop the link. Like I said, it's not gonna be a super long show today, but being here getting busy. Lost Roads, what up with you? How you feeling? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah, man, it was pretty dope. I had went to get some collect some spring water today. Went out and touched bases with the people around the area with the farmers market, man. And interestingly enough, it seems like it's starting to be more and more people that are starting to go to that farmers market because again, we know what kind of games the main markets are on, the ones who are taking the benefits and privileges from the governments. Therefore, they got to be on that time that they're on, with the food and all that stuff and all the games they've been playing with the food shortages. We know it's all 100% manufactured. It's by design. The system is pretty much built to run itself. It's not supposed to be like stood over and monitored. That's why they got to try so hard to kill the goddamn thing because the shit's been literally held up by us, the people. So as a result, they got to like tank the dollar and do all these things to try to collapse it. But the people who are keeping it going is us. So with that said, uh, people are starting to find alternative ways to find food. You know, Lots of other ways to get food, man. So we went out there and checked out the spot. They had a lot of good stuff out there, a lot of desserts. They had hot sauces, honeys. Honey's another real good thing you should have in your house. You should have some natural organic honey. It shouldn't be any of that stuff from like your local supermarket because that is a 90% chance that that stuff is crap. It's probably got high fructose corn syrup in it. That's not honey at all. So you don't want that crap in your body. You want that natural honey. That stuff is fire. Why not says, what is the agenda? B more was on the news out here in New York. Well, there was aside from all the gun violence and stuff that's going on in the in the rural hood areas pretty much. There was a they said it was a mass shooting, but it wasn't no fucking mass shooting, bro. You know how it is, man. You come from you already know what it is, bro. It wasn't really no mass shooting, man. It was motherfuckers had beef, loaded up a big K or something like that, came through, tore the shit up. It's the same shit that happens every day. They just reclassified it as a mass shooting. It wasn't, and that wasn't even this week. That was like I think a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. But yeah, that's not nah, that wasn't what it was. But they'll take the gang violence and stuff like that and they'll reclassify it as mass shootings just to fit that narrative. They're going through a heavy gun grab attempt right now. So you got the liberals and all that doing a heavy attempt to grab arms. So that's what they're trying to do at this point. So all commercial though. We know how it goes, man. Even the names that they call them, firearms and shit, that's all commercial terms. Richard Madison, what happens if you're on probation and you correct your status? If you're talking about the passport, I actually had two people that I know of who actually did the process that were on probation, and nothing happened. The dude was able to leave the country and come back and everything, so nothing happened. Not at all. Yes, sir. Doing well, doing well. Yeah, but dude was allowed to leave the country and everything. I think he had to. I'm not sure if he checked in or not. I think he had to check in or something like that. But they ain't really giving him no shit though. Like when he came back in the country, he just went through the little joint. They told him come over here to ask him some questions, and then that was it. He came back in the country. So yes indeed, yes indeed. Oh man, yeah. Thank you, man. I actually got this, and I've competed in New York IBJJF Open in geez, it was 2016, I believe. I think the year should be right on here. Yep, 2016. Yeah, I took third. I took third. But yeah, it was a regional tournament. But yeah, that was man, that was a while ago. Yeah, I got a bunch of these shirts though. I think I got like five of them. I did like five different competitions. And they got like a fall one. My favorite one to go to would be the fall one because I don't know, just something about the fall weather, easier to breathe and stuff like that. I don't know, it's weird. But yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you. But yeah, let's get to it though, man. But yeah, in terms of what's going on here, that's not really too much new things going on here. But let me show you something that I did see. This right here is something we're gonna need to be paying attention to because this is gonna affect all of us. We already know how it works when you get stopped or something like that, and you hand over your credentials. This is going to be something that we want to look into. So check this out. Maryland is the second state to launch digital version of the driver's license on an iPhone. All right. So now they got like I guess it's a QR. I don't know how it works yet, but it's supposedly like a QR type deal or something. So as Maryland is the second state to launch a digital version of its driver's licenses on Apple's iPhone wallet. It's a voluntary and additional option on top of your physical ID for now. And for now, we'll get to something else too. But you know how these processes work. They'll introduce something new, right? And it'll be something that can be used or it doesn't have to be used. It'll be optional. And eventually they'll make it so convenient, less and less places will start taking the old way of doing it, like swiping. Remember when it was a big thing 2 years, 3 years ago, I think it was now, where people were confused. At one point, we were swiping, and then they want you to put the chip with the card underneath the credit card joint. And then now it's like, just tap the joint, hold it for 3 seconds without contact. And now it's about to be some other stuff. We'll get to that in a minute, but it's slowly getting there, man. It's slowly, the technology's already there. It's just a matter of transitioning people. This is what we've been talking about the last 2 years on this channel. All right. The Maryland Motor Vehicle Administration announced the new service on Wednesday, but don't expect to take it out at the bar just yet. For now, it'll mostly be used at special security lines, BWI, and DCA airports. Apple aims to get rid of your physical wallet and already allows users to store their credit cards, insurance cards, store loyalty cards, airline, sports, and concert tickets, car and house keys. What the? Car and house keys, my man? What? Hey man, no thank you. Oh man, and even smart trip transit cards. So those are the and if you live in like New York and you use, I guess if you use like the metro or something in New York, you got that card you can use to get on like the uh the train and stuff like that, the subway. They got the same thing here for real. But yeah, anywhere you guys take buses or anything like that, they got the all day pass where you can spend a few dollars and you'll be able to take the train and the bus, whatever. They got that whole bang. So that's basically what it is. While the digital license has arrived for Marylanders, it sounds like you'll still need to carry a physical ID for a bit longer. I don't think it's going to be that long, man. I really think it's going to be by 2023. And the goal is to get everything in play by 2023. No more physical IDs accepted, or mostly at least the infrastructure set up so that none of the physical IDs have to be used, and then they just stop manufacturing the physical IDs altogether. All that shit is going to be digital. The NBA says law enforcement will not accept the digital IDs for now, but could in the future. In a lengthy, frequently asked question, the agency says the digital license can be used by any business, government entity, or law enforcement agency to verify a person's identity, the same way your physical driver's license identification cards is used to verify your identity. Because it's a new technology, may take a while to catch on. Many businesses and organizations may not be aware how to use it and may not have developed the process to accept Maryland Mobile ID yet. So customers should continue to always carry their physical driver's license / identification card. It's unclear how restaurants, bars, and retailers will adapt, or if they'll initially accept this new form of identification to purchase alcohol or tobacco. Last September, the Restaurant Association Metropolitan Washington said they were closely watching the development but had no comment on the matter. The IDs will first be accepted at DCA and BWI's TSA pre-check security lines starting Wednesday. It will soon roll out to other passengers. To present an Apple ID, passengers will simply tap their phone or Apple Watch on the TSA's credential authentication technology reader at the travel document checking podium, the TSA said in the release. TSA officer will then verify the passenger's identity and flight status for secure, fast, convenient, and touchless identity verification experience. All right, so what they're trying to do is, if y'all haven't noticed yet, what they're trying to accomplish, they're trying to get you. They're trying. All right, so you know the whole all caps name, the ends legis. I think the issue they're running into is too many people figured out what's going on. So now they got to figure out a way to tie your physical flesh and blood to this identification. You know what I mean? So all that, UCC1 separating you from the debtor, such and such. They're trying to move all that out of the way and put the man directly with the identification. That's what it seems like they're trying to do. So, I personally don't particularly wish to participate in something like this. To each his own. Marylanders can add their license by tapping the plus button at the top of the screen and wallet, scanning their license or ID, and then taking a series of selfies for verification purposes. Once verified by the state, the customer's ID or driver's license will be added to the wallet. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much all it's talking about right there. But yeah, so I mean, and think of the implications of things that this can be used for, man. This type of stuff can be used for, what information can be visible. All right, so boom, they pull your information up, whatever things you may have taken, the government wanted you to take. We'll put it that way. That might show up. What your occupation is, that might show up. If you have a physical address, jurisdiction, that could show up. These are all things, you know what I mean, that could pull up in your profile. Also, and how many times you've been pulled over, you know what I mean? It might have arrest records on there. All that stuff might all be visible to anybody who pulls it up. So literally the public is being put out there in the public, what it seems like to me. So yeah, there you have it. So your state is probably going to be next. So I think I don't know what the first state was. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Not sure what the first state was. I think it was like, yeah, I think it was. Hold on, Arizona has had the digital ID features on iPhones for a few months. It was Arizona's, which surprisingly, Arizona was the first state to adopt it. It looks like, which is odd because they own that shit. You know what I mean? Both DC and Virginia say they are interested in digital licenses, but it's unclear when those may launch. Now, let's be 100%. No matter where you live in this country, your corporation pretending to be a country is going to be interested in this. That's the whole entire purpose. That's the whole entire purpose. Get everybody on that tip. So things to expect in the future. Um, it might be a situation where you might have to start your own thing and create your tribe and start your own identifications. Or you might be able to do your own thing. If you want to do your own private digital identification, if you want to, you can always keep your paper credentials. But if you do decide to do something like that, it is something you could do. If they got the technology to pick up on it, hey, make pop up whatever you want to pop up. People are already doing that now. I think some of the I've seen some nice identifications on different groups, websites, and things where they actually have like a QR code that they can pull up on their computers, and it'll pull up like a message you wanted to say or something. Like do not detain or something like that. I've seen that. I've seen, private American national, not a U.S. citizen, protected by the Geneva Convention. I've seen that. I've seen a bunch of different ones, man. So this is going to be the era to create. If this is what you want to move like, you're gonna have to move like that on the private, and you're gonna have to create your own thing. Or you can join a group that already has one. Facts. Zakiba, what's up with you, man? How you doing? Good to see you here, bro. All right, so let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. Where we at? Let me see what we got here. All right, check this out. Now, if you guys remember, There was a what company was it that one of them alphabet government groups, CDC, that's what it was, where they launched the warning about a zombie apocalypse, I think, or they actually seriously launched like a warning about an outbreak, potential zombie outbreak or something. This is like, man, I think it's like 5 6 years ago now, right? But take a listen to this.
Check this out. So, an article from the New York Post: gene editing experiment turns cute hamsters into aggressive beasts. So, scientists were using CRISPR technology to remove a hormone and its receptors to hopefully make the hamsters like each other more and be more receptive to each other. They anticipated that if they eliminated the hormone, that aggression would diminish. But instead, they started to exhibit high levels of aggression towards each other, and the behaviors were very interesting. They included chasing, biting, and pinning. So you're telling me that this CRISPR technology made these hamsters more aggressive, ultimately like zombie hamsters. And it kind of reminds me of something. Remember when the CDC, Centers of Disease Control, that's right, released a Zombie Preparedness 101 document to raise awareness about public preparedness? They say this was supposed to be novel and fantasy or whatever, but I don't think so.
Exactly. They always try to play it off like, yeah, this is just fantasy, entertainment, such and such. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Y'all actually took time to put that together 100%. So they basically running tests on hamsters pretty much, and the hamsters went aggressive with each other. So it sounds like to me, from what I'm listening to, there's another weapon that they've developed for whatever company decided to develop that weapon, because this technology is not scrapped after they use it. They make notes of things like this and they store it away. Let's be logical about it. If there's something they can use to get the upper hand on the competition, they're going to potentially store it away. It's not going to scrap it and say, you know what, this is not what we intended. Let's throw this away and start over. Hell no. I'm like, oh, really? That's like, yo, they're making like a Captain America super serum in real life. I'm like, that's not what we intended. We just wanted to make fresh apple pies in an instant, in like 2 minutes without having to prepare. No, they're not going to throw away the super serum to Captain America. No, sir. They'll put the super serum to Captain America in another lab and have more research done and then continue to try to figure out how to make the apple pies in record time. Or they might just forgo the whole project in general. Nah, it don't work like that. But yeah, so there you have it. So yeah, that's I think that's interesting, man. But I always wondered why they test stuff like that on gerbils. You literally got a whole bunch of like um what's the word I'm searching for? I gotta be careful how I say this. You got a lot of people who have done things to people, horrible things to people that are in lockup that can be used for certain purposes, omitting gerbils, we'll put it that way. My man Zakiba said he beat the Bank of America in court. Yes, sir. Everybody give my man Zakiba a hand for beating the corporation. Yes, sir. Good to hear, man. Definitely, please like the video, man. If you want to jump on here and you want to drop that now, because I'm not going to be on here long tonight, Zakiba, you just tuned in. I'm just on here for a few. But yeah, if you want to come in here and drop the, what happened or whatever, that's fine. If you want to just talk about it privately, we can do that too. Whatever, however you want to carry it. But yeah, that's what's up. Good looking out on that, definitely. Yes, sir. All right, now look, this is gonna be the time is starting to become more warm outside. We're starting to see better weather and things like that, so we should be growing our own food. So you should have already started your garden. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to create your own soil. Here we go. So my man over here actually showed you guys how to do it.
Today, I'm gonna show you how to make your own soil. Two great things about making your own soil. The first thing is that you can save a lot of money. And the second thing is that you can save a lot of money. So the first thing we're gonna use is peat moss. So now we're gonna add some black cow. And this is gonna add life to our soil. Now we're gonna add some perlite. And next, we're gonna add some more food in our soil for our plants. So all we have to do now is mix these together. And it's that easy to make your own soil. And if you want, you can also mix soil that's in your backyard with this. So you can stretch it out even more and save more money.
I mean, put the I like that. He put the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas mission completed joint on the I like that. Yes, indeed. But yeah, so if you want to check my man out right here, he's on Instagram, The Prolific Family Stead. The Prolific Family Stead. You can put that right on Instagram if you want to go ahead and follow him. And he's got a lot of tips on how you can start your own thing and grow your own food and all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, the way these gasoline prices, these petrol prices are, we got to save and cut corners as many places as we can. We're not trying to do it with our health, though. So we can grow our own food and stop having to spend food as much. You know what I mean? We be able to put more petrol in the tank, so to speak. But that could be something to help you guys out. You know what I'm talking about? Man, Zakiba said he can. It's public. All right, cool, no problem. All right, so look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and take a few more comments, and I'm gonna drop the link right in the invite, and you can hop in and you can tell us exactly what happened. What up, Joe? I ain't seen you in a few weeks. What's up, man? Now I know why they leave so quick after a traffic stop. Break that down, Joel. Why is that? Yeah, I said the same thing. Like, yo, that was dope, man. You know, that was dope. You know, put together your own stuff and actually make your own soil. Fire. What's going on, Mike? I ain't seen you here in a bit too, man. Y'all coming out the woodwork. That's what's up, man. Good to see y'all here. Now you can hop on live. That's dope. That'll work. Cop the M4 stick shift, great on gas. Okay. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was thinking about grabbing probably like a 1999 Toyota Camry or something like that, or like a 2002 Camry, something older. I like older cars, but I don't like newer cars as much. I like older cars. You know, of course, I'm a gearhead too, so anything that they need, I'm gonna have to work on it myself. And I think the Toyota Camry's a pretty well put together machine in terms of having to work on it. So, but yes, and they rarely break. So the only problem is like a lot of Africans like them because what they'll do is they'll fix them, right? And they'll go ahead and send them over to I think they send them over to Nigeria, and they get like 4 times the price from. It's a whole hustle they got going on. They'll buy them here for cheap, you know, beat up and stuff like that, fix them up just like to a certain degree where it's actually drivable. They'll slide them overseas, pay for the boat shipping and all that, and then when they sell it in Nigeria, they get paid 4 times the profit, and then they slide the money back over here and use that money to buy more. They come over here, man. They make all kinds of cheese, bro. They'll be trying to give them connects up though. Hell no, they ain't trying to break bread. They keep them Nigerian connects to themselves. They'll be trying to put nobody on, man. They leave so quick after a traffic stop to go fill up the tank again. That's funny. I'm back. Oh yeah, I wasn't around because YouTube be capping on the notifications. Oh yeah, they be on some BS, bro. That's why I said you got to make sure you hit that bell. You gotta hit that bell. The older cars, I miss my Honda Civic hatchback. Yes, sir. Honda Civics. Very nice. I love is power steering? Power steering, yeah. Yeah. I mean, power steering had the cars had power steering in the 90s. What are you talking about, Tony? No connects, they holding up with the death grip. You hit the bell and they wasn't trying to get the notifications too? Wow. Okay, they doing me dirty. I knew the channel's kind of shadow banned. I already know that because like the traffic is very minimal. You know, I'll get a like 300 views for a video. You know, I'll get some likes or whatever like that, but it's like a ceiling. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do it the old school way. I'm gonna have to put boots on the ground. Best way I know how to do it. I'm gonna have to make some flyers and put them up somewhere, or get a street team like back in the day and put them bad boys up all over the place. Pass them out or whatever, get people to subscribe, all that. Back like in the Tony, remember that back in the 90s where the rappers would come out. They had a street team. And they pass the flyers around, and they pass them out of clubs and stick them on light posts and stuff like that. Yeah, got to go old school on them, you know. With the new ways, the old ways can still work. So I'm gonna have to do that the old school way. I got some ideas though, so stay tuned on that. I'm probably gonna go to different states too to post them up myself. Instagram to send out notifications. Yeah, I could do that too. Where the flyer sample, the mixtapes, right? Yeah, like just go old school with it, bro. Like even the way I might even do like the stickers or whatever might look 90s, because I'm just an old school kind of guy, I suppose. All right, let me go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this link on in the chat so y'all can get up in here and y'all can drop bars. And then we can get our quick education for the night, and then we can slide and keep it going for the rest of the night. Here you go. Link right there. So go ahead and drop in, and we can chop this fable. I'm interested in hearing about what's going on with my man Zakiba with the Bank of America. And that's going to be very interesting. We already know a lot of their cases are flimsy as hell, though, because they really don't even have shit, because 90% of the time they can't even provide you a signed contract. They can only like really get you if you consent or if you like trip yourself up and say the wrong shit. But if you on your ball, they really ain't got nothing. I think the court is just an intimidation tactic. They try to get you intimidated by trying to bring you into court in front of a judge and all this other stuff. That's kind of how I feel about the whole situation anyway. A lot of times they ain't got shit, and they know they ain't got shit. My man said a lot of flyers on the windshields at the clubs. Nah, I used to hate that. When I would go to a bar or something like that, or I go to a club to hang out, and I come out and it'd be something on my freaking windshield, man. That if I ever come out from somewhere and I see your flyer on my windshield, between my windshield wiper blade and my damn glass, that is a 500% chance I will never go to wherever you are telling me that you want me to go to on that flyer. You would be better off handing it to me, and I'll look at it and I'll be like, yeah, let me see what's up. But if you put that shit in between my windshield and my wipers, I am not going. And if I see anybody about to go, I'm gonna talk them out of it. So don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I get in the whip and I start trying to roll, and I gotta get out of the damn car. Nah, man, don't do that. This is true when you're a foreign national. Let them know this code 8 United States Code 112C. 8 United States Code 112C. Let's read it, man. Let's read it. Let's see what it says. Protection of foreign nationals. Yes, I think we read this before. We cover so much information on this channel, man. There's no way I can possibly remember everything you guys showing me. Yep, here it is right here. Protection of foreign nationals, official guests, and internationally protected persons. This is a good one to keep in your whips. This is why I tell y'all to keep y'all folder when y'all out there traveling and stuff. Make sure y'all keep y'all folder on you. This is why, because this is pretty good right here. This is pretty good. Stuff like this you should keep in your folder when you get pulled over or something. And police officer don't know what the fuck the law is. Great idea to keep in your car. Yep. Yeah, we covered this. We covered this before. 100%. Yes, indeed. Good looking out on that, man. Good looking out on that, Mike. All right, I got in the green room right now waiting to get in. My man Joel. What up, Joel?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Chief? I ain't seen you here in like 3 weeks, man. How you been?
I don't know. I've been working harder than ever, studying everything I can get my hands on, and well, guess what? I mean, it's time for me to actually start giving back to you guys now.
Okay, what you got?
Let's see here now. First of all, I've been getting real deep on this stuff now. Just a little bit of fun, something to start out with that's fun. I guess in the Vatican Concordat, it's actually if you wear one of their clerical dresses, it's actually just as bad as wearing a military uniform. And if you track down, I don't know if this is from the old days or what, but if you track down what happens if you wear a military uniform, it's punishable by death. So basically, we can take the Vatican pretty seriously, but I don't know. Don't dress up like one of these people. So
Okay.
just for fun. But the other thing I was going to tell you guys is before like talking about some free stuff is so you don't really know why the authorities leave really quick when they're on a traffic stop with you, right? Being a national,
Yeah.
you don't know. And I
You
was
said, do I
excited.
know? Yeah, I have an idea. I have an idea. 100%.
You have an idea?
Please continue. Yeah.
You think I should keep my mouth shut?
Nah, I mean, hey, it depends on where you found the information. Like, let's be 100% honest. If the information was somewhere in the public and it could be accessed by the public, if they know where to look, you know. But if it's
All right.
something you did some activities to get access to, please tell me in the private because I ain't
Right.
trying to.
No, this was all on YouTube and stuff like that, and
Go
I was
for
just
it.
messing around.
Go for
And I'm gonna say it just like this. First of all, what I'm about to say is for entertainment purposes, for learning purposes. It's not legal advice. It's I'm not responsible for it. Nobody on this channel is responsible for it. This is basically an opinion or a way of mathematically putting together ideas, if you will. And it goes a little bit something like this. When you are pulled over as an American national, it would appear that you're not really exactly under the statutes, right? Am I right about that?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, right. So if you're not under the statutes and someone is being held for no reason, for not harming an individual, stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no injured party, no nothing like that. That only leaves one thing. You know what I mean by that? In fact, for them to hold somebody for any amount of time is actually, they're supposed to take someone before a magistrate right away and stuff like that before they can even do that.
That's 18 United States Code Title 242. That's what they fall under. And then 241 for conspiracy, right?
Yeah, 242. So basically, this could be, I'll just say it could be, even under a small amount of time, like seconds, minutes, whatever, it could actually be false imprisonment at that point.
Correct.
Yeah. So, it's just one of those things, like, it's just the power to say, hey, for us that are trying to be good out there, it's not about trying to do anything wrong. It's for us trying to be good out there. It's like, hey, man, this is a serious offense, So if something would happen that's really bad, of course, the immunity would be out the window, and it would be a lot easier to say, hey, not only is this going on, but guess what? Some malfeasance is going on too. That's the way I look at it. I suppose somebody could also be cruel about it and just plain and simply go after somebody just for a 10-second stop or something. I would never do something like that, though. But it's just right that there's like equal power between us, us authorities and so on. So that's the basics of that one. It's just I've been through so much malfeasance done to me, and other people have too, that this is sometimes the only way to express it, to say, hey, look, here's the dead on thing, blah, 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 blah. And by the way, they did all this really bad stuff wrong. They don't care about the really bad stuff being wrong, but it's just the power. So, yeah. So,
agreed. 100%. Yeah. What I had noticed the two times, I think it was twice. Yeah, twice. It was twice when I got stopped that I noticed that they jetted afterwards. Like they was gone. And I seen other people too, and they got pulled over. Like they got stopped, and they just, all five of them, because it's always at least when they put that call in, there's like another 3 or 4 cop cars that come.
wow.
They and it's like my man was like, yo, it's an intimidation tactic. I was like, yo, they probably legitimately are terrified though, for real, because they stop maybe 20 people a day, something like that. And they never see nothing like this.
Yeah.
When they see something that says something like that, they're like, what the fuck is going on here? So maybe it's their policy, maybe it's their protocol, who knows? But I will say it's very interesting to see how they react all the time.
But really, this is a very powerful statement that I said it could be, and I'm only saying it could be. And it's a very powerful action you're witnessing too. And yeah, I mean, all we want to do is just be good people out there, and that's about it, really.
100%. Yeah, but some, you know how it goes for some people. That ain't enough.
I got another topic to rise with you, man. This one's kind of interesting though, but there certainly is something taking control of everything when it comes to this Texas situation. I mean, that's I think it's time for everybody to go to their neighbor and say, "Hey, we got to say the word no, stop, and don't."
Yeah. Agreed.
Because if everybody's saying no, stop, and don't, there's only going to be 10 or 20 here and there, and it just ain't, all this is going to stop.
Yeah, it stops when we stop it. I got my man Zakiba in the green room. What up, Zakiba?
How's it going?
What's going on, Chief? Yo, so please break down and give us the sauce on how you defeated the beast.
So pretty much, they said that I owe, someone said I owed someone, or a debt collector said I owed them a debt or whatever.
Right.
I said, could you provide me with the proper information on that? I have no knowledge of it, but all right, cool. Gave me a little pushback, but they sent me the information. I looked at all of it. Actually, no. I completely forgot about it. So the court sent a summons to me,
Okay.
and they were like, "You got to appear in court, and it's you against Bank of America." Let me talk to my boy Form Runner real quick. Let me just make sure like I'm still in the clear because I didn't make a payment. I didn't do anything.
Okay.
So he's like, "All right, you just got show up and do X, Y, and Z." So I show up to court. And they're like, Mr. Harper, we're here with Bank of America. Do you know of said debt? And I was like, I don't know about any debt. I'm debt free. But if you could provide a contract with me, between me and Bank of America, I'll be able to properly, give you, I'll be able to properly talk to you about the situation because as it stands right now, I'm debt free. I don't have any knowledge of this debt. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to postpone this and let the accuser get the proper document, because what he showed in court was an invoice of something. I was like, I'm sorry, but I don't deal with invoices. I only deal in contracts. So if you could provide me with a contract, I'd be glad to like talk about it. And also just to state, I'm not here saying that I owe or I'm not willing to pay. I'm just here for clarification. Because if you deny it, but your name's on it, they're going to you can't deny it because that's denial and saying something like that the debt is yours, and you can't own up to it because that's also stupid. You have to be in the gray area saying like, I'm not against or for it. I just want,
It's
a valid.
acceptance. It's
Yeah.
conditional acceptance in so many words. I
Yep.
accept the deal, but first you got to present me with a contract and we can talk about it. I'm
Mhm.
not here in dishonor. I mean, I'll accept the charge. You present me with a contract and we can negotiate. You ain't got no contract. We ain't got no conversation. And they never have a contract. You know why? Because that contract was sold a long time ago.
Sold a long time. That's why I was through the debt collector. I was like, I don't know about all this.
Exactly.
So I come in the next day or, a month later, and they sent me all the stuff in the mail, which is just like 100 pages worth of invoices. And just like, and you got to read through what they send you in the mail because, if you don't, you could possibly get tripped up. But I looked through all the paperwork they sent me, and I'm like, all right, well, this looks like a slam dunk. Go into court. And I was the first one. I don't know why they had me be the first one, but I'm not, that's here nor there. They're like, Mr. Harper, this, and this. So then this is where they try to trick me up with my words. They were like, have you ever had an account with Bank of America? I was like, yeah, I had an account with Bank of America, but as I stated before, I don't have any debt with Bank of America. No knowledge of that. They're like, did you ever get a card and use it? I was like, yeah, I definitely got a card, and I definitely use it. As I stated before, I don't have a Bank of America. And this is where they almost got me. They were like, what they say? They said something along the lines of, damn.
I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Nah, you went silent.
How about now?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. So there was one thing that he said. I'm trying to think. It was, you have an account, you have a card. Oh, they were like, did you ever pay any bills? Did you ever pay any
You
bills?
went
I was
quiet again,
like,
bro. They don't want you talking about this. You went quiet
can you
again.
hear me? Can you hear me
Now I
now?
can. I can now.
All
Yeah.
right. So they were like, did you ever pay any bills? I was like, yeah, I believe I paid bills.
That sounds
But
like
as it stands, I don't have any debt. And they were like, okay. So the court rules in the defendant because as it stands right now, we don't have any proper evidence. Because I said, I said I pay bills, and they're like, oh, do you have any evidence of that to show present in court? I was like, no, all I got is my word. And they were like, okay. So we're gonna rule on the defendant because lack of evidence. You'll get it in the mail. So I got a stamped receipt stating that I beat the Italians, Bank of America, which not a lot of people can do because they had a whole bunch of people lined up right after me. I don't know how they did, but I did pretty good.
They probably don't know the law. They probably don't understand. It takes.
Oh man, their faces too. When I was bringing all this up, they were just like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Right. Exactly. Like a minimum knowledge of actual how contracts work and law and stuff like that. Uniform Commercial Code, United States Code, the minimum amount, and you can pretty much navigate through these situations. And then let's not lie. Let's not be honest. They're the ones who are lying because let's be real here. They wrote this debt off on their taxes probably 2 years ago.
90 it's 90 days after you go into default, they sell it. They sell whatever that contract is, and then they get the write-off right after that. So that was long gone.
Yeah, so they got paid like 5-6 times over, dealing with the contract and the write-off and the Federal Reserve paying their debt for them. Then they trying to come back after you, like, bro, what? First off, it was already discharged, so why the hell are you coming back? So like at that point, I mean, you can get real froggy. Like, go ahead and send me a W-9, and I'll request your accounting records so we can make sure that this was taken care of in the proper channel. They don't want to do that. They don't want you going through their accounts.
So what I did though,
up,
I sent them or I'm going to be sending them a correspondence to get that wiped off of my credit as well. Because now since I beat them, they don't have anything, so I'm just gonna get that wiped off. You got 30 days to produce something. I know they won't, and if they're not, the credit bureaus are gonna take it off. So I'm sitting nice right now.
Fire. So what was this? This was an old credit card, right?
Yeah, old credit card.
Got you.
Help me get to Japan. Came back. That was a wrap.
Nice. Hey,
I'm going back too.
I ain't mad at that, man. At the end of the day, we the creditors. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Move like a creditor, not a debtor.
Yes, sir.
My man says, hold on. Oh, man, we behind. Joel been dropping some fire in here. Hold on a sec. All right. So Mike says, when they see it and jet off like skirt, facts. Facts, breach of trust and oath of offices, 100%. If you reach a state constitution, that's 100,000% facts. Vatican Concordat is where the number 10 shows is treated like wearing a military uniform to wear a clerical dress. It's interesting, okay? That's right, Joel Lander. 100 pages worth of BS.
Yeah.
which is treated by punishment by death. I'm not sure if it's today still or only Italy, but it's really interesting. I gotta look into that, man. Forensic analysis. I'm bringing something right now, so I gotta go against Bonds. What you talking about, Joel?
Oh, I was just talking about they were bringing what breach of trust is the proper term, oath of office. I think they're talking about. But I was gonna say it sounded a minute ago you were saying something about that they were gonna try to see if you were participating. You know, that participation thing, and they almost got you right there.
Yeah, because you're under oath, you can't lie in courts. I was taught to stay out of courts because they only deal with facts. But because, I was versing a corporate fiction, my word is over them. But if I get caught up in my words by lying in court, I would get in trouble because they had receipts of stuff that I did. Like, did you ever have an account with Bank of America? Obviously, I'm in court right now, representing myself. I also did this without a lawyer, which is great. But showing up for court, representing myself, it's obvious that I had an account. It's obvious that I used the card, and it's obvious that I paid bills. But most people are told to lie, like, no, that's not me. No, I didn't do this, that, and the third, and that's how they get you. I got the proper procedure in making sure to navigate through truth and honesty, because I never lied. So in the end, the moment you are caught in a lie, you instantly lose. Hence why they were trying so hard to get me to trip up on my words. But I stayed 10 toes the fuck down.
But
you stayed on topic. You mean contract.
but the thing is what you're telling me of this whole thing is they didn't have the evidence, and they could have had the evidence.
No, it's not that they could have, they didn't, but what they prey on is ignorance. And so most of the people who go into courts are ignorant, and they don't know the law. They don't know what this, that, and the third. And that's how they get you. Another way they'd get you is if you actually paid like a cent, because these debt collectors ask, like, could you contribute like a cent or a penny? And if you do that, then that is you claiming the debt, which a lot of people also don't know. So there's a whole bunch of steps that a lot of people don't even know. Step one, which is responding to the correspondence, because if you don't even show up to court, you're admitting that you owe the debt, just based off, you're not showing up. So that, as long as you show up, you have the right people in your corner to coach you on how to move through the court system, because most people who are in the courts are people who've been there long enough. I'm trying to avoid it, but that one time I didn't. Just stay honest, stay true, know your stuff, and you'll be fine. It's easy. It is a little nerve-wracking because I officers, police, all that jazz.
Well, that's why a lot of people do the UCC1. I can't stress the importance of that enough. If you do decide to go into court, the UCC1 is like a sheet of protection, pretty much. So if you have the debtor separated from the man in the UCC1 agreement, and when you present that in court, like, look, that is not actually me. This is a trust in the ins legis, a corporate fiction. So no, I have never had an account with you guys. Me per se have never had an account with you guys. The ins legis account may have had an account with you guys, but there was no debt, something like that. And then a lot of times people also like to do the negotiable instruments, because a lot of the way these corporations play is dirty. They'll keep the instrument and they'll try to say you still owe the debt. That's how they get you. But they'll never take you to court, because then if the negotiable instrument comes up as not being returned, then under United States Code, I can't remember which code it was, but basically they accepted the instrument and the debt is offset by default. So that makes them look extremely shady at that point. You know what I mean? I've even heard stories of people submitting negotiable instruments, and then they'll be still getting the like the in the mail bills or what they owe or something like that. They'll actually call in and they'll say, "No, it doesn't look like you owe anything." So they'll quietly discharge it, but the automatic electronic computers are still sending you bills because it still thinks that you still owe something. You know what I mean? So lots of tricky ways that these companies operate. You know.
So let me just make sure I understand this, and for everybody else's purpose too. This so-called evidence, that was the only way that you could have probably fallen pertaining to this situation. That evidence is for you to present that you were the one that purchased A or B or something, or is it for them to already have a copy of a signed receipt, or what is this? Can you just explain this the rest of the way?
Yeah. So when you take out a credit card or a loan or whatnot, banks have it under, they have a record of it. And after 90 days of defaulting on the debt, they sell the contract.
Oh, okay.
And when they sell that debt, it goes to debt collectors. Debt collectors get it for pennies on the dollar, and they try to capitalize on it.
And there's no contract with the debt collector, right?
No.
So
But most people
already
don't. Most people don't understand that, and so
it's not in the credit card anymore. So then you're
yes,
free of every contract. I get that, but the rest of the part you're talking about with the so-called evidence, that's where I wanted to hear more about.
So there is no evidence, but they want, because someone filed a small claims on me, you have to go. And at that point, you're just timing them out. Just waiting them out because they're trying to get something out of you that they don't have. But if understand what you're doing, you should be fine.
It's that part that you talked about though, when you said, "Do you have any evidence of your purchases, sir?" You said no. That's the part I'm trying to really specify exactly.
So they asked if I had any evidence of me paying bills.
Right.
I said I don't have anything on me. I didn't bring that to court. But
right.
All I have is my word. Because I'm a man, man is always over the corporate fiction. So regardless of what happens, your word is bond. As long as you're telling the truth, as long as you're honest. Anytime you lie, they immediately go above you. Because they said that I was like, I don't have any evidence, but I have my word that I don't have any debt. That's when they lost.
But what would have happened if you would have said, yes, I have evidence of my purchases? That's what I'm really trying to understand is about the
That's when you go down that rabbit hole.
That's a rabbit hole because I didn't have it.
Right.
I didn't have it. So I personally can't tell you what, if I did have it, what to do, because I was told, to be in the gray area. You don't want to agree or disagree, because if you do either one of those, you're telling the courts that the debt is yours. That's how they try to trip you up.
All right, so that's cool. That's the whole story then right there of what really happened then.
100%. Hey, congrats on that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I can definitely help somebody. Go holler at my man Form Runner, man. Holler at my man Form Runner. Form Runner will get you right. My man knows about nutrition. He knows about sovereignty, the creditor aspect, everything, man. Form Runner. That's FORMRUNNA. Form Runner, right on Instagram.
And what were you saying? Sorry.
All right, I got another atomic bomb sitting right here, ready to go here. Let me just say that. What's that?
No, I'm gonna head out, but I just wanted to say a little bit, and I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you having me on the platform. If y'all got any questions, definitely shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's Zakiba. I can answer any questions anyone has, but I'm gonna catch y'all later.
My man, enjoy the victory, bro.
Yeah, man, it's good to hear it all, and I'm glad for you.
Appreciate it.
What were you saying, Joel? Keep going, please.
All right. Relative to this situation is somebody owning their own house. It's the same thing. You know what I'm trying to say?
I feel
I mean,
yeah, foreclosure.
it could be foreclosure, but it's also all the time. Nobody owns their own land or their own house right now unless they're real smart. Just to let you know. You already know that though.
A loyal title and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I got all the rules sitting in front of me right now. They're really super compressed, actually, about what to do to get your, like you say, the loyal title and stuff like that. So they're pretty good. So
Okay.
yeah,
Let me clear up some of these comments real quick, Joe. I
yeah,
don't
that's
know.
fine, man.
All right, Mike, put the link in, Joel. Drop the link for him. He says he'll subscribe. So okay, so you're doing a channel, Joel?
What's that?
Are you doing a channel too?
I mean, my channel is under Joel Lander, of course, if that's what you mean.
Because he's saying he'll subscribe, and we'll all subscribe to you, man.
I mean, I will too to everybody else that definitely.
Absolutely. All right.
We got to stick together.
Facts. Bank of America be doing people greasy. Yeah, they be on some bullshit. I mean, but which of these quote unquote creditors don't? You know what I mean? They know what they're doing, man. They counting on you not knowing. Den says New England gonna be the 26th state for constitutional carry. Need a fro to hide a 1911. Why the hell would New England be the 26th? Hell no. Y'all, yo, let me tell you how messed up New England is, bro. Like, y'all need goddamn permits to purchase long guns. Like, yo, what the fuck is that? Even Maryland ain't that bad. Like, even here, you can go in and buy a shotgun and walk out the same day. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Y'all know they own some shit up there, man. Eesh. Mike says their bonds, they're hard to find, 100%. As far as their bonds, how you find them? I know a few ways, but want to do the best. Find that code for us. What is the code? What is a debt code, bro? For that? Yeah, I should know that. I really should know that. I think acceptance is what 311 quarter satisfaction, something like that. Something like that. I have like literally probably like 1,000 PDF files saved on like different cards and stuff like that. I had to sort through them. But yeah, there's a whole process you actually can use for the acceptance, conditional acceptance. I personally like this form. Right? Let me show you what form I like. I personally like this form right here because this form can be used to quash a lot of bullshit that these creditors try to put you through, or these debt collecting companies. Like, look, all right, you said I owe you, right? Cool. No problem. I'll be more than happy to pay you. Let's go ahead and do this the right way. Please present me your EIN, present me your business, such and such. You know, you write basically in there you want a copy of the contract. Give me all your business information, all right? Boom. Do it like that. Slide me all your info and present me with the contract so we can do this the right way. Ain't gonna be just, nah, let me give you this few dollars and you leave me alone. Hell no. You're gonna fill this out and I'm going to make sure this goes through the proper channels. You know what I mean? Might even have to report them to the IRS. They don't want that shit. Uh-huh. Can you type that out with info? Kind of disabled. Thanks. What info is he talking about? Oh, form runner? Yeah, I got you. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up real fast. Hold up. I got you right here. Yeah, I actually had him. I need to get him back on here, man. I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but I keep forgetting. I'm gonna try to get him back on it within the next couple weeks. He'll do it easily. It's not a question if he'll do it, or he'll definitely do it. The form runner is my man. So this is my man right here. All right, the form runner. Or holler at my man. The _form runner. So if you're looking for my man, go holler at him. He can get you right, especially with the muscle building, the dieting, you know, supplementing, making sure you get enough nutrients in your body, how to gardening. This dude knows every day. I tell you, he's like an endless well of information. So please go holler at him if you have any questions. You see what my man Zakiba just went ahead and did, and he did wonders for my man Zakiba. So yes, indeed, take advantage of that fountain of knowledge he has, right? Oh, he said Nebraska. I thought it was New England. My bad, bro. New England was the first founded state. Okay, my bad. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't know what I thought. I saw NE and I thought it was New England. I don't know why the fuck I thought that. My channel is an interesting video. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, cool, cool, cool. You got something else you want to drop on us before we get out of here, Joe?
Yeah, let's drop this really quick. I want to very, very seriously tell everybody, if you need my help with any malfeasance, which means authorities doing wrong, I will help you, because I got nailed super bad. I'm unburying myself right now, and I got a lot to help people with, and it's all free. So phone number is 414-JUST-JOEL, JUSJOEL. And
Put that in the comment section so I can put it on the screen, bro.
yeah, I can do that too, man.
Yeah.
And also, God is God. That's all I gotta say, man. Because when I lost what I had, I prayed to God, saw the impossible change, and that's even better than anything else that I can give. And it's for real, man. So now, let me just type this up here. I've got in front of me from a good video from Ron Gibson here. I know where that sucker's at too. This whole thing about people's land, people's houses, stuff like that. So I guess once you get the alloidal title, I believe the police can't come on your land, but you also don't have to pay taxes. I'm not, trying to go down that route, but the fact is I heard a story one time where a guy had like a semi truck parked on their land, and I don't know if they lost their whole property or something, because the city was just complete malfeasance. They were just like doing some really, really nasty, cruel, malicious, nasty stuff. So it's good to understand this, because nobody owns their land unless they really know what's going on. Nobody owns their house or whatever, none of this stuff. And when you get a mortgage, you don't own that debt either, of course. I got the notes on that too. But let me talk about this title right here, the alloidal title. I'm going to go through it super quick. So it's just going to be a flash. Again, this is from Ron Gibson. He's a really great guy. First of all, in order to get your house to be owned by yourself, your land to be owned by yourself, so that you have rights to be a normal person, that's pretty much it, and a whole lot more than that. But you really don't have rights to anything unless you do this. First one is you got to find the meets and bounds, which is the location. The second thing is the contract certified by land patent. The county recorder, you got to go to them and track it all the way back down to the first person. So who to me, who to the next guy, then all the way to the first one. Then you have to get the unbroken chain of title. You have to, my notes aren't the best here. I got pager warranty deed on here. I don't know what I meant by that, but next thing is to issue a certificate of acceptance. I got to clean these notes a little bit, but you're not supposed to take ownership of this title. You're supposed to issue a certificate of acceptance, or it's supposed to be illegal. Then you post everything on a bulletin board for 60 days. Even if they tear it down, it don't matter. But 61 days afterwards, you go to the county recorder and you put it on there. And as long as you understand that Title 18, 241, and 242 means that they have to put it on there, otherwise they get into big trouble, or you can go after their bonds. It's going to be on there as soon as it's stamped in there, or if something hits the mail, it's in there, considered when it hits the mail, stuff like that. And then that's it. You actually own your house for once, and you're safe, most importantly, from malfeasance in many ways. So there's one more thing I can tell you, though. I guess this guy wasn't paying taxes, and they came with a big tank to go bust his house down.
What?
Yeah, because he got the title. Yeah, Ron Gibson talks about this. But the one mistake that he made about this is he didn't prove that the state never owned the title in the first place, which is fraud. So you got to be up on these people and be like, yo, guess what? This is fraud. And it's not like you got to like file criminal charges or anything, but you want to have it ready to go, or at least like put out there that, hey, this is fraud. You guys never owned it. And then they're in really big trouble if they do that kind of stuff. And after that, if they really want to mess around, then I don't know what you're going to do. You just got to, fight. But really, truly, they have that was the big mistake that the guys made, is that they didn't prove that it was fraud. So that's it for that one.
Wow, that's interesting. That's dope. Yeah, I've heard about the allodial title thing. I've also heard that if you're paying a mortgage on your house, they basically have you listed as a tenant. So you're not actually listed as the owner. A lot of people say, I just bought my first house. You didn't buy shit. You don't own shit until you make that last payment. And even if you make the last payment and there's no payment on the house, you're still listed as a tenant. So
Yeah.
you don't own nothing. You know what I mean?
Something about all you got to ask them for is like the 1098, and then they can never show it, and then your case gets dropped in court, and you don't have to pay your mortgage ever again. I got the notes here somewhere. That's kind of like what we were talking about, but this is a bigger deal right now. I mean, we're talking about a house, you know?
Yeah.
Because everything that they did was wrong or fraudulent or something when they set up your mortgage because of the straw man and all that.
Mm-hmm. Facts. 100%.
It's somewhere in here, man. I got like.
Dan says, break it down. I got my deeds.
Yeah, if you want to break it down, I'm gonna say I almost want to start a group of people studying like crazy, including everybody, because all you gotta do is get Ron Gibson's book. Really, that's super important. This guy, I've talked to him on the phone. He's actually really a real genuine guy, which is hard to find. But I don't know. I'm just like on fire right now. Sometimes I'm studying 4 to 6 hours a day, which is a lot. But if we're gonna really break it down, man, I'm telling you, I did my best for now. But I just want to get on the team of going for this all the way, all this stuff, man. I got these notes here that are just, man. I'm just trying to hold back right now. You guys have no idea what kind of fire I got sitting here on the table right now.
My man, he in the lab right now. He over there like the X-Men. He in the danger room.
Yeah, I don't know what we're at. Yeah, this might be going a little too far, actually. So
okay.
Yeah.
Albert Taylor, land deed for your house. I just learned about that. Mike says start leaning.
Oh, I got some more here now. I found it.
You're the AI. How important is it to have birth certificate to be notarized if it has an apostle from the Secretary of State and has been authenticated by the U.S. Department of State? Yeah, you want to authenticate it, man. The apostle shit ain't gonna fly, bro. They try to do that because they don't want to do the authentication because they know what you're doing. They'll give you pushback. You know, I told people the story all the time when I was just trying to get my certificate of live birth from the what the hell is that place called? Department of Vital Statistics or Vital Records or whatever it's called, and they swore up and down there was no such thing. I'm like, there is no. I don't know what this copy of a certificate of live birth with your upper and lowercase name is. And I was like, well, how about I can speak to your manager? The manager wouldn't come to the phone, so I had to leave my information. They ended up calling back like a week later, and she tried to play dumb. So she sent me the joint. Right now, here's the interesting part about it. She sent me the certificate of live birth. Then she sent me an extra copy. And it had a note that said in the inside for authentication purposes. So they knew exactly what I was trying to do. They just wasn't trying to, you know what I mean? They weren't playing that. They were like, nah, man, we don't know what that is, bro. Hey, it's a game, man. You know, it's a game. You don't know the rules, you get played. The bank owns the brick and mortar and the state owns the ground, et cetera, or something like that. Funny thing about it is the state is a corporation. The state of is a corporation, pretending to be the actual state itself. You know? How about child support? Anybody got anything on that? Y'all really need to. What y'all need to do is, if y'all got questions, y'all need to hop in my Telegram group. I keep telling y'all, man, because I can. If I don't have the answers in that group, I can refer you to a group that does. So y'all need to hop in my Telegram group. All right, it's called the Foreign National News Network on Telegram. Hit my email, which is right. 1 second. Hit my email, which is right in the banner down there. Hit my email. Email me and I will send you the link and you can join the conversation because y'all got questions we have answers for. You know, all that shit ain't for the public though. A lot of that's private. What were you saying, Joe?
Did you just put that out there what the Telegram is, or you just want to email that?
Your Foreign National News Network. It's not searchable.
Foreign National.
It's not searchable in Telegram. You got to email me and I'll send you the link. I said.
Oh, really? You can't find it at all?
No, it's private, bro. It's
right.
private.
I'm gonna email you. I was gonna say, Mike, let's talk sometime. You got my number. I do got some stuff, but it's not too right on. But I know something I kind of want to shut my mouth about, but it's all public. But I'll definitely drop you the link to this stuff because this guy's like, if you want to see a guy who's on fire, man, this guy's like an auctioneer or something. Like he talks like that, man, and it's just like a million UCC codes and all this crap, and it's just like, oh my gosh, you know. So
I love the UCC codes, huh? The state I'm from, only apostles, yeah, because they know the game, man. I'm telling you, they know the game. They know the game.
I just lost my sheet of paper here. Here it is. You want me to drop some more stuff for a couple seconds, or you want to keep reading?
Go ahead, man. We got about another 10 minutes.
How to stop a foreclosure. That one's pretty important. You brought that up before. Some called motion for quiet title is to show the title, I guess, right? How the state got the title is criminal. I put that down. All right, foreclosure. How to stop it? Banks must show it's either the 1099 or the 1098, first of all, and they never will. They never can, never will, whatever. Another thing that they have to show is the original wet ink contract. They don't got that either. That's cool. And then you fault and default them. There never was a loan in the first place. And a mortgage is in arrears. That's what I got for the notes from this guy here. I can get the whole video for some of you guys out there sometime, but that's the notes. Baratray and malfeasance. Something about a full forensic audit. Title 18, Section 8. I don't know what that's written down there for. Bank never gave me a promissory note. It's the obligation of the U.S. That's what I got. That's really quick notes right there.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of those pieces before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of the pieces before. Never like 100% put together, but I've always heard like bits and pieces.
Right.
A6, did you apostle your BC? Hell no, I didn't.
No.
I have mine authenticated, but the local notary said having a BC wasn't necessary. Playing them games, man. They want to do digital birth certificates now. That's what they're trying to do now. The digital joints, man. Everything's people caught on to what was happening. Now they trying to do it, like digital everything, buy themselves some time. That's all it is. Sorry, words are difficult tonight. It's been a bad week. I meant to say the local notary said having a birth certificate notarized wasn't necessary. Oh, hey, let me tell you something, bro. The reason why the week's been crazy is because we're still getting out of Mercury retrograde. All right. I told y'all 2 weeks ago I couldn't even read. I was trying to read like a book and the words was just jumbled. Nothing was making sense. I put that bad boy down and say I'll just pick this up at a later point. But yeah, Mercury retrograde is whipping everybody's ass right now. Don't take it personal. You're not on the decline in your life. It's just the planets are doing some weird stuff right now. All right, so let them rock and basically take it easy. Don't enter into no contracts or nothing like that, and no serious agreements until we come out of this. I think it's supposed to be the 3rd when it ends. So just take it easy. In the meantime, you should be taking care of your body. If you can't, if you're not able to read and absorb knowledge right now, you should be taking care of your body. Definitely, you should be talking over with like-minded people, and you should be eating clean to try to keep your mind as clear as you can for right now.
I'm emailing you.
Yeah, please do that.
Telegram group here.
Hell yeah, hit me up, Joel. Hit me up. Absolutely. Anybody else who wants to get the Foreign National News Network, which is what this title is to this video, the Telegram will be sent to you if you hit me with an email. I'll be glad to send you the link. And like I said, I'll be we have a screening process too. We don't just add anybody to a lot of these private groups. So
But the thing is, I've already tried to ask you before and you never responded, but I found one guy who said that my stuff went into the spam or something.
You sent me a message, I ain't respond?
Yeah. That's happened.
I get a lot of messages, but I don't ever remember not responding to yours. I usually respond to yours as soon as I can.
I sent another one.
All right, cool. No doubt. All right, bet. You asked me for the link before?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
How the hell I missed that?
I just sent another one and I just like.
Damn, they cut him out. Yeah, I see it. It just popped up. Okay, that's weird. That's interesting. So yeah, they kicked my man Joel out. So yeah, that's what it is. My man has the sauce on that. Just sent the DM via Telegram. We're in a few groups together, really trying to get these BCs authenticated. Okay, cool. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I think I did see a message. I don't have time to respond for obvious reasons right now. But yeah, I'll get to it definitely. I got you, Jade. You probably in Pennsylvania or something like that. Pennsylvania's rough. It's ways around it though. So yeah, I got you. Don't worry about that. There's remedies around it. They kicked you out, Joel.
I don't know what happened, man. If it was me or someone else, I don't know.
Man, they don't want you.
The stuff that I've been seeing these days, man.
And don't forget the 2-week post shadow period with Mercury retrograde. Exactly. You're right. There you have it. Yep. Got you. All right, got you, Mike. I got y'all. I'm gonna get to all you guys' emails as soon as I get offline. And I'm gonna send you guys links, and we're gonna chop it up so you can get this knowledge.
As soon as you get me in, I'm gonna drop a couple links for some of the stuff I've been gaining knowledge from. So it's pretty good stuff, you know.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yes, indeed.
So what about Texas, man? This is a big subject that hit world news harder than anything. Our news harder than
Yeah.
anything, man.
So with the Texas thing, details are sketchy still, and I'm just amazed at how many more side stories are coming out slowly. I'm hearing officers didn't go in right away. I'm hearing, but somehow ladies went in and saved their children. I don't do this. I didn't heard so many stories from this thing. None of it makes sense. I don't believe any of the stories. I think it's 100% psyop. But I think
Something's
we
really
all
wrong.
know what the goal is. Ultimately, the goal is to get people to give up their Second Amendment. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal.
I think the goal is going to be exactly this. Is going to be to sign one little teeny tiny bill that's going to lead into it. And once they get down to 10%, 20%, 80%, once it's down to 80%, then it's like, all right, everybody who's out there, this is illegal and you're done. Just like they're doing with us right now, which, you know, people don't even know it. But anytime you go to a courtroom, I mean, not some people do, but anytime you go to a courtroom, there's no rights for no human rights, no rights of any kind. It's all about trickery and coercion and all that crap, even
Yep.
selective service, people sign up for that. It's like, oh, well, I should be doing this, well, right now I don't really trust that stuff anymore. I'm just, I'm going to protect my country. I'm going to protect my family, but man, this is really something these days, they're just going to wean it right down and use the same thing they've been doing.
100%. Dan says 19 officers wasn't strong enough for one kid. Need to double up. It doesn't. None of that stuff ever makes sense when you start breaking it down. So I don't even go into the rabbit hole. Any information that's presented to me, I basically take a look at it and I filter it. When the news presents me with something, I pretty much will look at it and I'll shut it off for the most part. I'll hear it, but I won't base anything off of it. When other information is presented from people who find out other things that were involved with the situation or background things, I'll consider them. But even some of that stuff is questionable. So, as far as that thing goes, psychological operation, they're trying to get people to give up that 2A. The ultimate goal is to pretty much get everybody off of that 2A shit. That's what it is.
And they really hit the hardest right now. They hit the very most hardest effect that's ever existed. I guarantee you, just like I was starting to explain, world news, it hit everybody so hard. Heavy Duty Country on YouTube actually is showing that they were supposed to be taking orders to stand down, and they were tasing people, tasing parents and stuff like that, not letting them in. Mm-hmm. And I think he's been pretty good for the most part. He's the guy who first showed the part where Arnold Schwarzenegger said, "Screw your freedom." So, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy. Yeah. And people forgot about that too. That was wild. I'm like, bro, I don't want to see no more Arnold Schwarzenegger movies after he said that. He literally said that out of his mouth. I'm like, oh, really, bro? You gonna say this in 2020? Fuck you, man. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I definitely remember that. Bigger gov, take arms. Yep. Hey, man. The Apostle looks like a cheap piece of digital trash. I was livid when that $100 investment appeared to be homework or arts and crafts. You shouldn't even got that Apostle, G. Honestly, you shouldn't have accepted that, man. If I took my certificate of live birth somewhere and I asked for the authentication and they apostled it and they expected me to pay for it, like, I'm not paying for this. Go back there and authenticate my shit. I'm not paying you for this. It's not what I asked for. You go in a freaking goddamn Panera Bread or something. You ask for a chicken sandwich, they give you a pork sandwich. It's not what I asked for. Goddamn it. Annoying. But anyway, yes, sir. That is all we have for the day. We had Joel jump in. We had my man Zakiba jump in. Joel, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna go ahead and close this up because I'm enjoying the rest of my night for the day.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes, sir. Get with you guys' families tomorrow, man. If you cool with them or whoever you're cool with, relax, throw down a couple beers. Make sure you stay off the road. Don't be traveling. and drinking, because I know how you motherfuckers like to think. Don't mix public with private, so don't put that alcohol in you, and don't be out there traveling. Have a nice night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Joel, I'm gonna let you drop words.
I don't know what to say, man. All I gotta say is I said it right when crap was going down, bad stuff. I said God is God. I'm gonna say it again, man. And I just hope everybody has a great time, man. I mean, the weather's getting nicer, and again, I'm out to help anyone too, and we're all gonna team together and make everything great again. I guess make America great for real, for us at least. We're gonna stick together, So
all praises to the Most High. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next Sunday, same time, same channel. Peace.
All right.